Nestled high in the Colorado mountains, the Stanley Hotel stands as a silent witness to decades of eerie occurrences. Guests whisper of footsteps in empty corridors, cold spots in summer rooms, and shadows where none should be. Some say it's merely the imagination, but others never leave the same. Watch the full story of this haunted landmark on Whispers Beyond Archives and subscribe for more real horror legends. Built in 1909 by F.O. Stanley, the hotel was meant to be a luxurious retreat for wealthy travelers seeking mountain air. Its grand architecture and panoramic views captivated visitors. Yet strange happenings were reported early on. Doors opening on their own, lights flickering, and unexplained noises echoed through its empty halls. Many dismissed these as accidents, but some left with a lingering sense of dread they could not explain. Stephen King's Visit, enhanced version. In 1974, Stephen King and his wife, Tabitha, arrived at the Stanley Hotel late in the evening, reportedly the only guests in the grand, nearly empty building. As they walked through the vast, dimly lit halls, a chill ran down their spines. Despite the summer heat outside, the silence was heavy, broken only by the occasional creak of floorboards and the whisper of wind through the old windows. During dinner in the empty dining room, the couple felt the unmistakable sensation of unseen eyes watching them from the shadows. In their room, objects seemed slightly out of place, and the faint sound of a piano drifted from the corridor, though no one else was there. At night, distant footsteps echoed above them, pacing back and forth, stopping abruptly as if someone was listening. Tabitha later admitted she could hear whispering in a language she didn't recognize. Stephen King described the experience as both thrilling and unnerving. The combination of isolation, vast empty spaces, and inexplicable occurrences left a deep impression on him. He later confessed that these unsettling hours directly inspired The Shining, transforming the Stanley Hotel from a real-life mountain retreat into a chilling, fictional labyrinth of haunted corridors and creeping madness. Paranormal Reports, expanded version. Over the decades, guests at the Stanley Hotel have reported countless chilling encounters. One maid claimed she saw a woman in a long Victorian dress glide silently down the hallway, only to vanish into thin air before reaching the grand staircase. Guests staying in room 217, Stephen King's famous room, often report cold spots, sudden chills, and the feeling of an unseen presence brushing past them. Some have woken in the middle of the night to hear piano music playing softly in empty rooms, only to find no one there. Others hear footsteps pacing above their heads, doors opening and closing on their own, and lights flickering without explanation. Shadows sometimes move against the walls in rooms thought to be unoccupied, and a few have described feeling icy hands gently touch their shoulders. One family reported a rocking chair moving back and forth by itself in a vacant room, while another guest claimed that a mirror in the hallway reflected someone standing behind them, though no one was there when they turned around. Paranormal investigators who have spent nights inside the hotel describe unusual energy readings, inexplicable noises, and objects shifting positions, leading them to classify the Stanley Hotel as one of the most active haunted locations in the United States. Even skeptics admit that something about the place feels not entirely natural. Even today, thrill seekers and ghost hunters are drawn to the Stanley Hotel, hoping to witness the unexplained. Visitors report shadowy figures glimpsed in windows, icy drafts passing through locked rooms, and lights flickering without cause. Staff sometimes hear whispers, feel unseen touches, or notice objects moving on their own. To many, the Stanley Hotel feels alive, a place where the boundary between the natural and supernatural seems to fade. Stephen King's The Shining may terrify readers, but it is deeply rooted in reality. The hotel's isolated location, grandiose halls, and unsettling atmosphere provided a perfect inspiration. Some say the fictional horrors barely scratch the surface. At Stanley, the unseen often makes itself known, lingering long after guests have checked out. The Stanley Hotel reminds us that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Visit if you dare, and you might encounter the unexplained yourself. For more real haunted stories, urban legends, and historical mysteries, subscribe to Whispers Beyond Archives and uncover the unknown hiding in plain sight.